Hi friends, thank you so much for being here. We're over halfway through the year, so I thought it would be a great time to do a best of makeup so far. I've been seeing this trending all over social media, so here are all of my favorite products from this year so far, and this look I created uses almost all of them. Everything I have to talk about today has been featured in either a full-length video or a short or a reel, and I will try my best to link cards or either link in the description box down below where you can see applications / swatches of all of these products. If you want to know what I think has been the best of makeup in 2023 so far, then let's go. I'm gonna do my best to go in order of how I apply my makeup, and I don't have everything for every single category. And one favorite I actually don't have in my collection currently. I'll just go ahead and get that out of the way. My favorite mascara discovery of this year is hands down the IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout Mascara. I have demoed this mascara. I'll leave a little card right here of me using this mascara. I dearly miss this mascara in my collection. It is one of the only mascaras that does not smudge on the lower lashes, and the IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout is the only mascara that I can use top and bottom that gives me really fluffy, lengthened, a little bit volumized at the base kind of lash look that literally does not budge or flake, and it's not that difficult to take off. Moving along to my favorite primer this year has hands down been the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, the 4% niacinamide, this one in the pink, because it is so sticky and so grippy. All of my face products, specifically my foundation, really last a lot longer because of this primer, and they also look super smooth. And I do struggle with cracking and creasing in this area around the mouth and the smile lines. This helps alleviate that issue. I have really dry skin and also acne prone skin, so this is something that really caters to my skin type and makes sure that I don't get that dryness that occurs over time that causes those creases. My eyeshadow favorite is the Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty. I waited a really long time to invest in getting this palette. I got this palette half off, so it was only $34. It's normally $68. Now I will say I would not spend $68 on this eyeshadow palette no matter how much I love it. So if you are interested, I really do recommend this. I think all of the different textures in here are really fun. I did create this eye look using this palette today, and this has just been a daily reach. The mattes are super easy to blend. They're never patchy. They don't overblend. It comes with a really nice mirror, very nice sturdy packaging. This got me back into eyeshadow for months and months. I just wasn't interested in eyeshadow. Since purchasing this, my love and my obsession with eyeshadow has come back, so this has been such a treat to play with. My favorite foundation of the year might come as a surprise, but it is the SHEGLAM foundation. This is the foundation that I'm wearing. I do have to mix two shades. I will say for deeper skin tones, I have talked about this foundation. In regard to deeper skin tones, I would stay away. If you're anything deeper than tan, unfortunately, they don't have the correct undertones and shade matches for you, unfortunately. But if you're a tan all the way to fair, they're gonna have a shade for you. I would say if you're the oiliest of oily skin types, this foundation might not be for you. But if you are combination all the way to dry / normal, you will enjoy this foundation. This foundation wears really well. That is my favorite thing, is that even in the heat, even if I'm sweating, I'm not gonna get any patchiness. It's not going to cake up or build up in any of the oilier areas of my face. It sets down a little bit. Because I have dry skin, I don't fully set this foundation, but if you like to set your foundation, you don't have to worry about it looking cakey or patchy or having any kind of streaks at all. It is pretty full coverage, and I do feel comfortable putting on this foundation without having the need to color correct any of the redness or discoloration underneath. I will say I always go in with a sponge after just to take the excess off, and my favorite sponge of the year is from Shop Miss A, and it is also the cheapest sponge you could possibly find that is actually really good quality. I'm talking Beauty Blender level quality. This is literally an original Beauty Blender dupe. This is from AOA Studio. I think it's called the Paw Paw Blender Sponge. They're only $1 each. And so with this foundation, I do always go over top with a sponge just to get that excess off, because I find that if you don't, it can build upon itself and start to crease a little bit, specifically around the nose area. Another favorite base product has been the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This has been my go-to skin tint / very light makeup days, specifically in the summer, because it does tint my skin. I use the shade number 4. This is hyped for a reason. It is so glowy, so smooth. It slightly tints the skin just enough that you can see all the freckles or any kind of acne spots, any kind of imperfections that you have, but the skin tone is just a little bit more evened and it gives you a beautiful glow without looking shimmery. You can't physically see particles of shimmer or glow in this product. It just naturally is a glow from within, and this has been a replacement for foundation / tinted moisturizer. Next is my favorite powder. I've raved and raved about this powder all year. If you've been here for a while, you know that for a while I didn't have a favorite cruelty-free translucent setting powder, a loose setting powder, and finally I found it this year. It is the One Size translucent setting powder. Even if you have dry skin, trust me, you will like this powder. Just use a lighter hand. Oily skin girlies, you need this powder. This powder is fantastic for oil control. It helps with that creasing and keeping any kind of area on your face that you struggle with creasing. Try this powder out in that area. It is going to make your makeup last. This is the powder that is the most reliable. This one for longevity and for creating a really perfected finished look on my skin, this one takes the cake. This might also come as a surprise for my favorite bronzer. Some of you might have thought it was going to be the Halo Glow Contour Wand. I still love that bronzer. I use it all the time, but I cannot stop using my e.l.f. Luminous Putty Bronzer, not the regular putty bronzer. I don't like that one. This luminous one has the longevity and the lasting effects like the original one, but I prefer the finish way more, and it's just more creamy and malleable. I find that this one, for beginners, this is gonna be your best friend. As you can tell on my forehead specifically, it does give a really nice luminosity, but it's not glittery. I can put this bronzer on in the dark. It just blends itself, and it's not too pigmented, so you never have to worry about going too overboard. This is just so easy to use, and I really like the color. I use the shade Day Trip, and this is a perfect color for me basically all year round. And because it is a putty product, it does set down like a powder. It doesn't feel sticky, so I find this lasts really well, and if anything, it just fades away a little bit. And this is only like $6, so this has just been a holy grail bronzer for me this year. My favorite powder highlight, it's gotta be the Rare Beauty one. I just cannot stop reaching for this. Unfortunately, I made a really big thumb-sized dent in mine, so that is the only con about this product. I will say this powder is so silky, so soft, so smooth and thin that it is not the most travel friendly. If it's being tossed around a lot, it is more prone to breaking. The shade range is outstanding. Literally anyone of any skin tone can find a shade in the range. And because it is so thin, it's one of those highlighters where you can't really see it straight on, but then as soon as you turn and catch any kind of light, it's like bam. If you like strobing, if you like that really intense, shiny, like 2016 highlight, but just something that's a bit more refined, a bit more polished, not as like chalky and streaky, this, if you've been holding out on this highlighter, hold out no longer. Take this as a sign to get this highlighter is absolutely worth it. Top-notch quality, made in Italy, so you know it's bougie. Now for blush, I didn't necessarily have a favorite blush, but I have discovered a favorite little blush concoction, and it is using the P. Louise, the Cheek of It liquid blushes mixed in with my very, very favorite liquid highlight of all time, the About Face Light Lock Fluid. I've spoken about this for years on my channel, but I've been mixing these two together, and that has been my favorite blush combination to wear. Now, these do come with a puff, but I don't really like having the puff on my products. If I can take it off, I will. So you are able to easily pop off the puff. That's something I really, really like about this packaging. So I just took the puff off, and I'll squeeze a little bit into my palm, add the tiniest little drop of the About Face Light Lock Fluid, mix that together, and you get a really long-lasting, pigmented, glowy blush. I'm not wearing any of the Rare Beauty highlighter on my cheeks. I only put it on my eyes, so this glow is purely from the About Face Light Lock Fluid. These P. Louise blushes are pretty matte, and that's not really my vibe. So that's why I decided to mix this in with some kind of luminizer. And because these are matte and extremely pigmented, the P. Louise blushes wear all freaking day. The only con I will say is that there's a lot of white pigment or base in this product. And if you are tan to deep, I don't know if these are gonna work for you. I did have to get rid of one of the shades, Legally Pink, because that one literally looked white on me, because I just don't see with all that white how it wouldn't look ashy and just very off-putting on tan to deep skin tones. And these are not for the natural girlies. If you like just a little kiss of color, these are definitely not for you, even using a little bit. This year I tried Tres Luce for the first time. This is Becky G's brand, and you can find their products at Ulta. Not all of their products are in store, but I was able to try their clear brow gel and also their Eterno liquid liner. This is one of the best liquid liners I've ever tried in my life, and definitely my favorite felt tip liner. The brush is so good for creating either really thick lines or the tiniest little flicks. Because it's not very long, I find that it's actually very user-friendly, and it's super quick for me to create eyeliner looks with this. Literally the only con is I find that if I try to do that inner corner wing with this eyeliner, it does want to run and smudge on the inner corner. But basically everywhere else that I use this, it does not budge, it does not flake away, it doesn't smudge. It is pretty matte, not a drying, very flat matte, but it is a matte finish. And their Hello Brows Clear Brow Gel, this stuff is legit. I like it just as much as the Clear Kosas Air Brow, and you guys know that is my favorite brow gel of all time. This one is a really good alternative, cheaper alternative to that clear version. This has a really strong hold. It's basically the e.l.f. brow lift in a tube with a spoolie. When you take it out, the wand does come with a lot of product on. You can even see here that it comes with a lot of product on the brush, and I find that I have to wipe off majority of the product because you really don't need a lot with this. And if you put on too much, it does start to look a little bit white, and you can see like there's a coating on your brow. So less is more when it comes to this, but for my thick, coarser haired girlies like myself, you would love this brow gel. And before we get on to the last category of lips, I have two sprays that have been my absolute favorite, starting with my favorite setting spray. This absolutely has replaced my love for the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. This is now my new favorite setting spray. It is the Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray, and the mist is so fine on this. Like, you see how fine that was? The mister is one of my favorite things about this product. Does exactly what it says it does. It's not drying at all, so dry skin girls, you still gonna love this. Oily skin people, you're going to love this. It literally preserves your makeup, the finish, exactly how it looks from the first time you spray this until you take it off at night. This has been a game changer, especially in the summer. It's absolutely worth every penny. And next, this isn't a setting spray, but is a facial mist, one of my favorites, and if not my favorite, and it is the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. I've been raving about this so much recently, so I won't say too much about it. I spray this like 10 times a day. It is so refreshing. Every single time I go on a hike or I go to the pool, if I'm going to be outside at all, I always bring this with me because it's just a great refresher. You can also spray this over makeup. It doesn't really add much of a glow to your makeup, and it doesn't disturb your makeup. Like, it's not gonna melt it down or break it down. And this is like the third size of the 2.7 fluid ounce. I bought in so many of these that I was like, I need to stop playing around and get the Big Daddy. So I finally found this. It's a bit hard to find this 5 ounce version or 5.4 fluid ounce version. This is at Target, but a lot of the times it's either not available in store or it's sold out. But if you're able to buy like the Big Daddy version, it's way more bang for your buck. This is $15, this is $20. So if you do the math, it's way better to get the big size, but that's how much I love this spray and use this spray on the daily. I always have tons and tons of options for you guys when it comes to lips. So starting off with my favorite lip liners, I have been thoroughly impressed with Moira Cosmetics as a brand, but specifically their lip liners. These have turned into my favorite affordable lip liner. Unfortunately, you can't get Moira at like an Ulta or a drugstore. They are online only as of right now, but these are $5. These are exactly like the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liners, but I like these better. And the color range for these, I like way better than any line you can find at the drugstore. Moira Cosmetics does a fantastic job with their nude colors and for deeper skin tones too. So my deep skin girlies, Moira Cosmetics for lip products in general, not just their lip liners, but their liquid lipsticks and their glosses are very deep skin girl friendly. So I cannot recommend these enough. The shade range is just impeccable. Moira Cosmetics, I can't say enough good things about these. So I'm wearing the Sandy Brown lip liner from Moira paired along with one of my favorite gloss formulas, and is the r.e.m. Beauty On Your Collar Plumping Lip Glosses, specifically the Thank You Next shade. That is what I paired with that Moira lip liner. This is my favorite color. Unfortunately, this is limited edition, so if you really like this color, I would go ahead and grab it now. It is available on Ulta though, not just on the r.e.m. Beauty website, so I would definitely pick it up from Ulta. They're slight tingling, more of like a cooling tingling sensation, but these do not hurt at all. The tingling sensation is exactly the same as the e.l.f. plumping lip glosses, so if you're familiar with those and you like those, it's exact same, but I actually prefer this lip gloss formula because the e.l.f. ones can sometimes settle in your lips. Depending on the color, they can settle in your lips. These are always so smooth, so shiny, so comfortable. These are one of my top recommendations from them. This was featured in my Yes Style haul that I did. I'll link that video right here so you can see a swatch of this product. This is the Cezanne Watery Tint Lip in 01 Natural Pink. I got this from Yes Style. You guys, this is a Rare Beauty tinted lip oil dupe. Exactly the same, but better. And get this, this is only like $7. I think I might have got this with a little bit of a discount for like $6.58, but these are only $7. Like, you just cannot go wrong. And I think the thing about the Rare Beauty ones that I don't like is that they claim to be hydrating, but they're really not. Like, after you've eaten or after they've dried or like faded away, there's no moisture left, and you do feel like you need to put on some kind of lip balm or lip mask to reintroduce that hydration. This gives you the color, gives you the stain, and gives you that really nice slippy feel like the Rare Beauty ones, but this feels hydrating and it never dries down. It never sucks any of the moisture out. Like, they killed it with this. I'm sure you guys have noticed that this year, and also last year as well, has been the era of like gloss sticks, like the Tarte Juicy Lips, those kind of products where it's a glossy stick and you click it up or you twist it up. My favorite ones that have been done are the About Face Cherry Pick Lip Butters. The formula just stands out on its own. I personally didn't love the Tarte plumping lips. I haven't tried the other formulas, but specifically the plumping ones, those were too thick. So if you felt similar to me, where you like the color, you like the shine of the Tarte ones, but they felt a bit too thick and sticky, try the About Face ones. And these are cheaper. They're also at Ulta. So I have 2 shades from them. I have this top one. Like, you see how freaking shiny and juicy and just delectable these look. This first shade is Pamplemousse, and this really beautiful dark color, this dark nude, is Kiwi Fuzz. This looks pretty intimidating, but I love shearing out this darker color, and it creates just a very like natural nude kind of lip color. So I know these look pretty intimidating. They're very full on color. The color range does have a couple nudes. I would say these are like the most nude kind of shades. Most of the colors are very loud. They have really bright fuchsias and pinks and reds and oranges. They feel like a really creamy, soft lip balm with extreme shine and extreme pigmentation. They killed it with these. This is a really, really good formula. I finally tried the NYX Fat Oils, and the hype is absolutely warranted with these. I only have 1 shade Missed Call, but I really want to try other shades. I constantly want to wear this. Like, I see it all the time in my lip drawer, and I have to discipline myself and make myself choose a different lip gloss to wear. I've been obsessed with this. I know it's a very like artificial scent, but it smells like cherries. And I know it says it's a lip oil, but it more so acts like a gloss. Again, this is the shade Missed Call, and the tint is pretty good on this. They're not sheer, like they have a good amount of color. I use this as a liquefied lip balm or as a hydrator all the time because it actually does hydrate for like 8 hours. I was looking for a lip product with SPF that I actually liked. I finally found it, and it is from K Skin. They're available at Sephora, and this is Winnie Harlow's skincare line that she recently came out with. And this is their Isle Lip Balm SPF 30, and I got the shade Ivory Rose. First of all, this smells like a brown sugar vanilla sweet luscious cupcake. If you have been watching me for a while, you know that my favorite lip balm of all time is from C.O. Bigelow, and it's called My Favorite Night Balm. If you're familiar with that product, if you're familiar with the scent and the texture, it's exactly the same as this, except this one has SPF and it's tinted. It is so moisturizing. You can lay it on pretty thick, but it never feels sticky, but it is a thicker product. Keep that in mind. This is everything I have been looking for. That is all for me today. If you like videos like these, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I am sending you guys so much love and light, and I will see you in the next one.